In the 1400s, Spain financed a voyage for Christopher Columbus to find the East Indies. He sailed out and found land and thought it was the East Indies, but it was actually the Americas. He called the people there Indians and founded the Spanish colonies. People honor him as the first one to discover America because no one knows how the first people got there. Then Ferdinand Magellan tried to discover how wide the Pacific Ocean was. He died in the process, but the other sailors went around the world. Because of these voyages, East and West hemispheres encountered and exchanged goods like food, art, and language, which was called the Columbian Exchange.
Spanish conquistadors were very powerful and wiped out the Aztecs, then the Incans. First was the Aztecs, defeated by Cortez in 1519. They were defeated by diseases they didn't know of. Next, the Incans were defeated by Spanish might, who were defeated by Pizarro in 1535. They got defeated because they had too much land. The Spanish took most of South America, Mexico, and northern South America. The Spanish made pueblos, presidios, and missions. Then they started to begin slavery.
Throughout the 1500s, European nations continued to look for new ways to reach the riches of Asia, which led to the Northwest Passage, or waterway through or around North America. Genovi d'Alvarado was in search for the Northwest Passage, and Jacques Curator traveled to find it also. A German monk named Martin Luther began the Protestant Reformation, which started in 1517. Samuel de Champlain founded Port Royal. French colonists who lived and worked in the woods had become known as coureurs du bois, or runners of the woods. Peter Minuit led the Dutch settlers into the New Netherlands. An alliance or an agreement between nations to aid and protect one another held the Dutch together.
English wanted American colonies like the Spanish. They set out and took the land they first saw. It was very swampy, so the water was unhealthy and mosquitoes spread malaria. Nobody was planting food because they were all looking for gold. But the Indians gave them corn and they learned to grow tobacco. They tried to set a stable government and they elected burgesses. They also made King John sign the Magna Carta so he couldn't raise taxes. They brought women to Virginia so they wouldn't die out. They also brought Africans so they could work the land. That was the beginning of slavery.
There are many religions that each have established churches. Pilgrims set on a journey to the Plymouth colony, and before they were there, they all signed the Mayflower Compact. Plymouth had many hardships. They didn't bring enough food, and it was too late to plant crops. In the spring, the Indians came and showed them how to plant crops. This time was called Thanksgiving.